9/11, terrorists attacked America.
We lost innocent lives in a matter of hours. We lost the Twin Towers. We had an attack on the Pentagon where lives were lost there. And we also had an attempted attack on our president.
America's bravest crossed the ocean and tracked down the enemy to keep Americans safe. Moms, dads, even teenagers joined the military, risking their lives to fight for the people of the United States of America. This is the War on Terror, and these are the stories of America's heroes, the best of America, inspiring the future of America.
You're about to see a way of telling history that is completely different. I'm Staff Sergeant Shiloh Harris, and I'm retired from the United States Army.
And I'm Meredith Eiler, Chairman Emeritus of the charity helpingahero.org. You are about to see the best of America, the men and women willing to risk their lives to protect you.
Middle school and high school students are asking the questions, wanting to hear firsthand about fighting for freedom.
Sergeant Marty Gonzalez was a highly decorated Marine. Today, you'll be encouraged to hear how much he loved his family and his fellow Americans, from his wife and his little girl.
Hi, I'm 11-year-old Sarah Delgado, and I am joined here by Tony Gonzalez and 7-year-old Emry Gonzalez. Mrs. Gonzalez, your husband died this past year as a direct result from his injuries from war. Your family made the ultimate sacrifice defending our nation. What thoughts are important to you on this anniversary of 9/11?
I remember 9/11 very distinctly. And what I remember the most was after our country was the most united I had ever seen it. There was flags everywhere. You couldn't go past a building or a house or a bridge without seeing an American flag being waved. And the entire country was so unified after that. And we were all just Americans. It didn't matter what race we were, what religion we were just Americans, and we all stood together. And Marty, he was already in the Marine Corps when 9/11 happened, but I know that's why he made the choice to go back into the Marine Corps to go to Iraq.
Sergeant Gonzalez was a decorated Marine who loved his country. He was awarded 2 Bronze Stars with Valor, 3 Purple Hearts, and 2 Navy Marine Corps Achievement Medals with Valor.
To receive a medal from the Marine Corps, for it to have a V device on it, which means for valor, means you had to do something extraordinarily brave in combat. He received his 2 Bronze Stars and his 3 Purple Hearts in 33 days. He was shot twice, he was blown up twice, all in 33 days. And he received a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star within 12 hours of each other. So he was brave because when he would hear conflict and when he would hear gunfire, and if he heard his Marines in trouble, he would run to it, not away from it. And I think that's what is so important to remember about him. Marty was an amazing Marine, and you can see that by his medals, but he was an even better father, and he was an even better husband. He loved his kids more than anything in the world, and he wasn't afraid to put on a tutu and dance or grab a Barbie and play and make weird noises and laugh and get down on the floor and do whatever it was the kids wanted. And he was truly the greatest father in the world, and honestly, losing him, that's where my heart hurts the most, is that they've been robbed of such an amazing father.
He made me laugh a lot, and he made me smile a lot. My dad was a funny dancer, and whenever I wanted him to lift me up, he always lifted me up. He was a good Marine. He sacrificed himself for other people.
My children have never known their father not injured, so he was injured before they were born. So they never knew who he was before he had PTSD or survivor's guilt, or before he had the traumas of war. She learned to walk by pushing his wheelchair, and she would push that thing all over the place. Even when she was so tiny and couldn't even see over the edge, she would push, and sometimes into walls, but Daddy didn't care. He would let her steer him anywhere. I remember one time at the VA, she was a baby, and I was pushing him, and he was pushing her stroller, and we were trained, getting through where we needed to go. But that's just how we did it. We lost my husband 2 days after Thanksgiving. He had what's called a pulmonary embolism. It's a blood clot that came loose. He formed them because of his lack of being able to walk, and so because of that his blood didn't circulate, and this blood clot went into his heart and lungs, and it was kind of like a bomb and killed him instantly. His death was a direct result from the grenade blast he sustained on December 12th, 2004 in Fallujah, Iraq, and that his death was a direct result of his military service to the United States of America. He was walking, talking, and then gone.
And the last word that he said to me was, "I love you, baby, bye."
Would your husband join the military again, knowing that he would ultimately give his life for his country?
I know that without hesitation he would say yes again. Even though he's left us behind, fighting for our country and fighting for the United States was one of the greatest privileges he ever had, and he would do it again without hesitation, and I know he would sustain even more injuries and pain if he had to, just to protect our freedoms.
You losing your husband and Emry losing her father, what does the United States mean to you now?
I have faith in the American people, and I have faith in the American spirit. And America is an amazing country, and we need to not lose sight of that. So many men, my husband included, and women have given their life to protect our freedoms that we're so blessed to have. And it is a privilege and an honor to live in the United States, and we should never lose sight of that.
If Sergeant Gonzalez could share a life lesson with us today, what would he say?
I would think it would be to never give up. He was paralyzed and had to learn to walk again. He had to learn to stand again. He had to fight pain every single day of his life after he was injured. And he still did that with a smile on his face because he never gave up. When I hear the national anthem, I have a very vivid memory of Marty. He had been paralyzed, and we were in the hospital. We'd been in the hospital for quite a few months, and the Marine Corps band came to play for the veterans at the VA. And when the Marine Corps song is played, all the Marines stand at attention. And he realized he couldn't stand. And that was the only time I ever saw him cry during his whole injury and during all his pain and all of his PT and all of his everything he went through. He never cried until that day. And I remember about a month later, we went to an Astros game, and the national anthem came on, and I had to help him get out of his chair, and he was wobbling the whole time, but he was gonna stand no matter how much it hurt, and he stood for the national anthem. And now that he's passed, anytime I see an American flag waving in the wind, I know that's his spirit waving that flag and saying hello to us, because his blood is part of that red stripe on that flag. He gave his life for our country, and that's what that flag represents.
Thank you, America, for watching our heroes' stories who inspire us so much.
We need you, America, to go to helpingahero.org and nominate a severely injured service member or veteran that is in need of an adaptive home.
Helpingahero.org builds homes for our most severely wounded warriors. And today, Helping a Hero has joined Johnny Morris from Bass Pro Shops in the 100 Homes Challenge. And we invite you, America, to nominate a hero. Nominate a wounded warrior in need of adaptive housing who was injured in the post-9/11 global war on terror. We're counting on you.
We need you, America, to go to helpingahero.org
and nominate a hero today.